Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Session 7 of the Shattered Lands. This is Prison Break. So it should be fun. We'll see how this plays out. Anything we need to discuss before we kind of jump into the game? I want to give a quick synopsis for someone silly enough to jump in at this point in this video stream.
Well, when I did level up, because we leveled up to level 5 finally, I did choose Gloomstalker for my ranger.
Oh, dang.
Because being stealthy. I'm not going to steal Chad's or Zero's thing. He's still our stealth master, but I'm at least capable.
Yeah. It gives a second, like can have a wingman out there, you know.
Yeah.
So that's
it
cool.
also gives me dark vision, so I don't need to cast light everywhere.
There you go. It's always a bonus. I think Sal still is living in the dark.
Just means I can make his wrench nice and shiny when he decides to hit somebody with it.
There you go.
He just needs
Yeah. It depends on how many, night dungeon mission type stuff you guys going. Anyone else get anything cool for level 5 or / level, whatever they're on?
I have a new power.
Ooh.
That's something that me and you discussed
Yeah.
a couple games ago.
That's right.
I will reveal that in game.
Cool.
I got an extra attack.
Awesome.
Oh, there you go. That's pretty awesome. That's always fun.
So now we got 2 people in the group. If Chad went pure ranger, then we got 2 with 2 attacks. So
Sweet. Yeah, I would assume it's hard to not take that 5th level if your next level's 2 attacks. That's a tough one to skip on.
So I guess for everybody watching, I am now a 5th level. What am I?
So I should put my headgear on.
A 5th level rogue arcane trickster. I'm a Simic hybrid elf. And that's me.
Yeah. Crazy little flit.
I think my character's the only one that knows you're a Simic or something along those lines.
I think so too.
Yeah, it's
If you told me.
Oh yeah, I would have probably. I mean,
Well, I probably wasn't listening, but yeah, you told me.
And being in the guilds, eventually you kind of get the gist of, you probably would have figured out, these things, these experimentation sort of systems that they've been going through. So
and Sal might have known actually Dr. M himself too.
Well, you hear things, nothing official, but you might hear things through, you hear a story, a second, third hand, of what someone is working on, even if they're not supposed to be working on it.
Yeah. As one does in such communities.
Yeah, I think that's all I have is the extra attack.
Cool.
Proficiency is still just a 3, right?
I believe so.
For 5th level, yes, 3.
Yeah. Someone
Okay.
knows the breakdown. All right. Just really quickly, if anyone did just jump in, like they said, they are hitting their 5th level. We've got a couple. Well, it's just one multi-class, or I can't do this. There we go. Kyle over there. I got to figure out how this works. So the group of Ivory Order agents, kind of like Secret Service sort of guys, working for brain is melting right now. Valermont. I didn't have to get to my notes. I just knew it after I pulled open my notes. They are in an enemy territory, essentially. They're helping some rebels, but the rebels kind of tipped them off to the capture of members of their country, some of the merchant marines that were, sailing around in nearby airspace and were captured over here in Desland. And so they've opted to go try to free them. And with the idea of generally most of these guys are going to help the rebellion until such a time that they can get transported off the island safely. So, doing so, they went down a secret passage that their contact, one going by Sapphire, was able to alert them to. And they found the trap. He kind of warned them of that. Caves in the area, rigged it up so perhaps they can use it for their escape route. Slipped in the side, in which they encountered some of the autonomous guard units that are there. So a couple of pairs of animated armor and a few floating swords came in to try to defend the area. And in doing so, alarms were set off. So the garrison presumably are aware that there's something going on in the prison area. And quickly, Flit and Sal, more Flit than Sal, opens some of these prison units, freeing members of their merchant marine. And I think we're kind of working their way through. There's about a dozen of the merchant marine that they've found still there, still alive. And a handful of other prisoners, some of which perhaps are part of the rebellion, some of which perhaps are just, guys that have done things wrong and gotten thrown in jail. They still trying to figure that out as bells are ringing in the distance. What would you guys like to do?
Hand out weapons.
That's right. We were, you guys were handing out weapons as you went along. So that had kind of been discussed pretty much as you were freeing them. Flit has his handy bag of holding that he was pulling weapons out and handing them out to the sailors and the other prisoners. And as you're scrambling about, are we freeing everybody in the prison? Are we freeing just the sailors? What was the plan?
I don't think we have time to figure out who's who.
Flit is just
the plan was to free everybody.
All right.
and
Perfect.
mentioning that he wants that halfling.
We could say the code to everybody, and just so they know, they know who we're here for.
There was some in our regalia from our country, so they were kind of obvious. So I would arm those that we find more loyal with better. If we have, I think we had different options for armaments.
Dagger,
We had like
short swords,
shorts.
bows, long swords, spears.
possibly
Not
give
that they're
them bows.
necessarily better fighters, but
We can give
probably
them
easier
bows
to
at
trust.
least. We can give them bows at least. That way they stay in the back line as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll use the guys. We don't know who they are. We'll use them.
Yeah. Here's a sword. Go run up against the guards. Have fun.
That was my plan, to use the prisoners that we weren't trying to save.
All right.
If we have a moment, I'm actually just going to cast a healing spell. I'm just going to.
Yeah,
Is that-
about a moment is about all we're getting here.
Yeah.
I just know I closed the door before they actually got to us, but I was warning everybody, we got visitors coming.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys are hearing these bells ringing off in the distance, and you kind of know that they obviously are starting to get onto you here. I'm quickly trying to draw up part of the map anyways.
How many people in the regalia was there that was with our people? Because I know that they told us that there's like about 18 or 20.
Yeah,
So how many did we find here?
Yeah, the ship's initial crew was somewhere around 18 to 20. There's about a dozen that are currently there that you can see in, the gray and like white, I believe is how I planned them out to be wearing.
Does there seem to be anyone of particular status amongst them? being a sailor myself, I might recognize the rank.
Sailor
Yeah.
Bros.
Give me a perception check
All right. His is.
as you're trying to like quickly ascertain this.
Would you mind if I do that same roll?
Go for it.
Please.
You are also sailor.
All right.
Kind of a sailor.
17 plus 5, so 22 from me.
All right. So with the 22, you will recognize. Let's see. You will recognize one that is a quartermaster. Would be like he's got kind of the look, and he's got like a little insignia that's like worked into his like collar. It's kind of dusty and dirty and torn now, but a little insignia on there. It's like a longbow on it. Like there's like a longbow on there, and then there's also like a spoon. Like it's like they do everything, but that's like their symbol for like, okay, quartermaster. Other than that, the rest seem to be fairly common soldiers. It's hard to tell. Not many have like marks that make them stand out easily from a distance, because they don't want them to be like picked off, except for maybe a commander or so. So yeah, I would say that yeah, you recognize one as a quartermaster.
Does Flit see the symbol too?
I would assume that if you're looking and he's Lucas has kind of seen it. If he feels so inclined, he could probably make a mention as he pulls him out of the cell or whatever. You're pretty busy.
As soon as she does that, she digs in the bag and into Lucky, pulls out a bow, gives it to him, digs in the bag, and pulls out and gives him a spoon too.
Nice. All right. Okay, let's get some initiative. I'm also going to bring this up.
Famous map.
Yeah, no, I didn't save it, so I really quickly had to redraw it. So we've got cells down in this area here. Kind of cell areas.
My dice is dying.
Me and my super high tech map system here. Okay. And I figured out how to do the screen sharing thing without a second screen, so I'm really stoked.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I upgraded, air quotes, upgraded to a 32-inch monitor, but it kind of killed my double screen setup. But they were starting to go. And so I was
I remember, you posted them online.
Yeah. So then I was worried because before what I'd do is I'd just share my second screen. But I found a way. I don't know if they recently updated it or I just figured it out. All right. So you guys are in the cell area. Kind of like give you some fairly free reign as to where exactly you guys are going to be, how far in or out you guys are. But there does not appear to be any way out of here from down here. So you're going to have to go back out the way you came. And these are all cells. So it's just kind of up to you how you guys plan on executing that. So we've got we had the nat 20. Oh, Lucas. So Lucas, you're kind of first to realize that the bells have kind of stopped, and you can hear bootsteps running forward, coming closer and closer through these hallways. It's hard to tell. It's this part is pretty damp, cold, Doesn't get a lot of fresh air because it's further into this structure system. And there's you can see a couple spots where water is dripping off the ceiling, and there's like moss that's kind of been forming on the roof area where this water is dripping through. But you can hear upon the well-worn stones that you walked in on that you're going to have company soon. What'd you like to do?
My first instinct is to try to find cover because they're going to open up that gate at some point and come rushing in with a bunch of them. I'll try to find cover near that quartermaster, though, because I want to find out if he can confirm whether people died or not.
Okay. So are you thinking to have an angle down so you can see down this hallway here?
Yes.
All right. So you're so from here, this spot here, let me get a paintbrush with a color. So from this spot here, these are all bars. So you'll get some cover, but there's no hard spot. Like this here is hard wall up here. But then after that, it's bars pretty much everywhere. So I'm just letting you know there's not like great cover. You can hug like a bar and be ready there at a corner.
There's no chest-high walls strewn about. It's not Gears of War.
Yeah, no. It's set up to be a prison, so they don't want any open spots for prisoners to go. If you wanted to get up to the corner up here and get a look through this gate first, you could probably do that because you reacted so quickly. But it just depends on whether you want to be that close or you guys want to wait for them to draw in a little bit.
I'm much more of a ranged person kind of thing, so I don't think I want to get too close if they're going to open up that doorway. I don't have the hit points to be a tank.
Neither do I, and I am one.
I don't have a giant. I have a giant robot bear to help me with that.
I do have a mobile shield, yes.
Yeah. Welcome to a non-planned out party.
Where is the quartermaster at this point?
He is somewhere in this middle kind of section. He would have been someone like the prisoners that have been there a while that seem like they're going to stay there a while have been put in the further back ones, and it seemed like the ones closer to the entrance were where they kept all these prisoners.
What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to, if you'll allow, to try to hide in the mask, kind of lower myself and skulk down while I'm trying to speak to them. That way I'm trying to keep myself from being noticed too easily.
You said hide in the what?
In the mass, just like there's a bunch of people trying to skulk down and kind of let them cover me a little bit.
Okay.
As I'm trying to get to him, so I can ask how many of your men had made it through. Is this all of them?
He'll look over at you and say, well, yes, the dozen of us got off. The captain, I don't think, made it at all. The first mate, I thought he survived. He was injured, but I don't know. Maybe he was taken to another location for questioning or for, healing. Although I don't know why these dogs would heal, but yeah. Other than that, yeah, we lost a few. So we started with 19 was aboard, and so I know that the captain died, and I think the first mate may have lived. The rest of them were not so lucky.
Very well. As I draw my arrow and kind of set my bow ready to hold my action to snipe the first guard that I see that comes through that hallway.
All right. And he's like, he knocks his bow and kind of like follows along and looks at some of his men and, gestures, and they start pulling out their weapons. And he looks over at you and he's like, I don't know who you are or how you daft bastards got in here, but I hope you have a way out. All right. Who's up next? Let's see. That Sal's at a 15, I think, is our next high one. So,
So did we decide we're going to go through that door, or are we done here?
well, there's no way out from in here that you've found, anyways.
But not the way back that we came?
Well, so there's a gate here that you guys shut. So there's a gate here you guys shut. This is the way you guys came in, down here.
Right.
There's another gate up a ways up here.
Yeah, so the one... So going past the one we are... Oh, there's that room there that was like an execution area, I believe.
Yeah,
Or,
I mean, it was like
a...
Yeah, kind of set up somewhat like a fighting pit. Like there's dirt in the center and some like areas to sit and kind of like a fighting area slash what do you call it? Exercise yard.
Okay, the question is, we're staying behind the prisoners gate right now?
So right now you guys are still in and around these cells. Lucas was saying that he's going to stay in the mass of men, so they are probably somewhere. If he's trying to get it sniped down there, he's probably somewhere like let's do Lucas here, somewhere like here.
Because what I'm saying is, right now our only way out is back the way we came, unless we go north. So I'm thinking staying down here is not a good idea. I think because we have nowhere to back up. I think we got to quickly make it for that corner there and try to fortify that area.
Okay.
Because if we lose that, then I think we're screwed.
So are you moving up here with Carbone?
Oh no, I want to move. If I see someone, I'm going to stay there. But I want to move to the next corner and look around there.
So at this gate part here, this gate you guys shut. There's a lever on the wall up here.
Right.
So if you going around that corner?
Yes.
So once you round that corner, you are already spotting. There's groups of men
Then
running forward.
I will like to.
So I assume you'd get to the corner and then you'd look, and then I'll give you from whatever you want to do from there.
Are they within 60 feet?
Yeah, I'd say that's within 60.
How many can I get in a 20-foot cube?
I mean, there's a little bit of space in between them. I'd say you could. Let me see. You'd probably get 3.
Oh, okay. Then I pull something out of one of my pockets and I toss it over to them. And a verbal component is all I need, and I call glitter bomb. And it explodes as it lands and covers them all in essentially glitter. But it's a sticky glitter. It's not good. Yeah. It's
like fairy fire.
Yeah, fairy fire.
Okay. Dex saves.
Oh, basically a dex saves. Yes.
All right. Let's do this. All right. Well, I have 2 17s on the die and a 3 on the other one. So,
1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got this guy's all glittery up here.
So this glitter actually starts glowing in a dim light for a 10-foot radius, and anyone attacking has advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And I stay around the corner for now.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
And Carbone, is he like right beside you? Is he behind you?
Yes, I am going to do Yeah, there's not much. Dodge action for him.
For Carbone. So here with the dodge action. All right. What's our next one? We got Flit and number 9. Yeah, I rolled bad. Didn't matter if I don't have the dice app today. I still rolled bad for initiative.
Awesome. So has she finished freeing everybody or not?
Yeah, I would think at this time, because it took you guys a little bit of time, but it also would take the guards time to muster, form into a unit, and run forward.
Okay. So she sees Sal up north or where we came from, peeking out, doing his thing, and so she quickly skips on up to him, peeks around him almost on a weird angle, and goes, "Oh!" and points a finger and shoots magic missile.
All right. So let's see. Just pick your target.
Let's see here.
The one in purple does kind of stand out a little bit more than the other ones.
Okay.
But your choice.
Yeah, we'll do the purple guy.
Okay.
Well, purple one you don't get advantage on.
But it doesn't matter. He's doing magic missile.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
He auto hits.
So I am first level, or not first level. Spell like art.
So, I'm recommending not to hit the glowing one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's going after the purple.
So is it only just 1d4 plus 1?
3d4, I believe, plus 1 on each. Is the first level fairy fire spell, or not fairy fire, magic missile.
Oh yeah, 3 going. Duh.
Yeah.
It's
So
been a really long time since I used spells.
Yeah, 3d4 plus 3 if you're shooting them all at the same guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do all at the same guy.
Okay. So roll the damage.
Okay, that's 5 plus 8 plus 1. Is it 3d4 plus 3 or is it 3d4 plus 1?
Plus 3. It's plus 1 per die.
Plus 1, okay.
Because you can split it up to hit different targets.
So 12 total.
All right. So you fire. What do these look like? What does your magic missiles look like?
Probably daggers, actually.
Okay.
Just rusty old, just random junk that you would pick up off the street.
Perfect. Yeah. They slightly glow, but like in your mind, you're throwing daggers. So they come out and they like have this little bit of sheen and glow to them, but they've got a nice illusion to look like real daggers. And they fly true straight at the guy in the middle, passing the 2 guards coming at him. Last second, he puts his hand up and a shimmering field forms and they slam up against his shield and dissipate. So, hey, burn the shield spell.
So for my bonus attack, or not attack, but bonus action, I just kind of duck behind the thing and attempt to hide.
All right, so we're back here. Or did you jump back further?
Yeah. Who's F? Okay, yeah, I jumped probably right there.
F for Flit. C, Carbone, S style.
Okay,
Trying my best to make it so we know who we are instead of weird symbols.
Yep.
This is a bad L for Lucas. And then
I'm a bad L over here.
Yeah, I'm bad L.
Help if I blew up the screen a bit.
Yeah, it's tough. I get it.
Okay,
it's not ideal.
So yeah, because at first I was like, "Who is P?"
Oh yeah.
So okay, yeah, I ducked behind, try to hide. I rolled kind of pitiful. Actually, hold on. Well, not now. Shit. 7. 16.
Okay. That's pretty good.
I forgot. I went up in level, and my stealth now is 9, or
Nice.
+9. So
0. Yeah, right. Where did who go?
So this gate is closed.
Currently, it's closed. Yes.
How much distance is it from 0 to? Can I pass?
Yeah, you can slip past the other two. I basically like you could probably with one movement get up to the gate from wherever you are. I'm playing that pretty loose because
I do get an extra 10 for the first round of.
yeah.
Okay. Have they technically? I guess I wouldn't know necessarily. Okay, I would like to get into sight of them.
Okay. So just like kind of coming around the corner here. Or?
Yeah, and then I guess if I can get close to the gate and the lever, I would like to get there.
Okay. So yeah, the lever is probably still like 10 feet from the gate, but it is right up here. So you
Then
could.
I'll get in front of that. Then I'd rather get closer to the gate than the lever, I guess.
Okay. Like up at the gate, or you want to be like kind of close to the lever, but yet
closer to the gate, I guess. I want to be able to press my bow basically up against it and try to get my arrow shot through it.
Okay.
As best as possible.
Sure. So you move up to the gate.
All right. And then, so this circled one is the one that is damaged. Then
no, the none of them are damaged. The circle
okay.
one has fairy fire.
Well then, has any of them acted?
No.
Mechanically.
Only thing that's happened so far is that the guy in the middle, X, cast shield to protect himself from the magic missile.
Okay. Now, does that last until the end of until the start of his next turn or something like that, or?
I think so. I was just actually double checking because it dawned on me about the same time. I was like, that might mean his AC is even higher. Let's see.
I believe shield's till the end of the turn.
So the start of your next turn, you have a +5 bonus to AC,
Wow.
including against the triggered attack, and you take no damage from magic missiles.
Okay, well, since I get advantage anyways, I'm gonna go for the guy who's not fairy fired in the front there.
Okay, this top one. All right.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go. I get extra attack now, being 5th level, and then also as a Gloomstalker, I get to get an extra attack. So I think I get 3 altogether on my first round of combat.
Sure.
First one, I'm gonna take my advantage, and that with the bow is bow. 21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I would hope so. Otherwise, let's run.
Sure.
10 piercing damage.
Okay. Yeah, your arrow strikes true, and he kind of staggers back, finding the jink kind of like spot in between his armor.
I'll let loose another one, and that is 20 modified.
Yeah, that'll do.
Max 11 piercing.
All right, cool. Yeah, so that one will stagger to the ground and clutch the arrow, bleeding. He slumps down.
Oh, well then I'll take my last one at the guy who has fairy fire.
Okay.
Double advantage for 14.
Where are we at? 14 will miss.
All right. And I'll just I'll wait there.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Gotta find the right page. Here we go. So, first things first, we've got this guy here. He's going to stride forward. Just trying to think. If he is here, 10 feet back. Yeah, I think you can see Carbone pretty well. All right. Carbone, Sal, Flit. Let's do some dexterity saving throws. He strides forward, heavily armored, walking forward, his shield glimmering and disappearing as he steps close, and he points his finger out and utters an arcane word, and a little ball flies forward and explodes in this burst of fire. There's a couple soldiers behind. They surprisingly do okay. I picked the ones that aren't around.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
8.
Jeez. You don't have evasion yet? Or is that like next level?
I don't know. Yeah,
Next
I
level.
do. Well, I do actually. I do have uncanny dodge. So
Does that work against spells or?
I don't
It does not.
No,
It does
I think
not.
it's
Okay.
all right.
That's the reason why evasion exists, is that it does the dex save version.
Okay.
Does dodge help with dex saves? I forget that one, to tell you the truth. This is dodge action.
Yeah, it says when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to half the attack's damage. That's the D&D.
Right, that's an attack, but an area to save is not an attack, technically.
Yeah. Yeah, you get that benefit soon, but not yet.
Okay. Just okay.
Sorry, I forget about dodge. I never really get to take the dodge action. So I forget what the exact rule is on.
You make dexterity save throws with advantage.
Okay, so there you go. Thank you.
Yep.
No, natural 1 on the second roll.
Oh, jeez.
So
All right.
no, but yeah, my number's 21 for me and 16 for Carbone.
Okay, so both of those will pass. So you are going to take 13 points of fire damage each.
Nope.
Flit, you're going to take 27 points of fire damage
Oh yeah, she's a crispy critter.
as you failed.
That's 26.
27.
27.
Yeah. Because you then ran down.
13. Carbone took a big hit. There's chunks of. He was fully healed, which I I fully healed him in, but yeah, now he's halfway down.
That's the problem when you got like a pet meat shield. They can take it, but they're gonna hurt. There's a couple of sailors and prisoners behind you. They got somewhat singed as well, but they were mostly able to kind of like dodge behind. One of them even using like Flit as a barricade.
Flit as a barricade.
Yeah, I took a lot of it. I went from 39. I'm now down to 12.
Yeah. Let's do this.
I'm rather crispy looking.
Oh no, all the chocolate's melting.
Let's see, how do I do this? Right there in the middle.
Quick question. You said we can use the bracers as a reaction.
Yeah, I need to rework it, but yeah, if you guys wanted to use the bracers, you could.
Could I use it right now on Flit? Oh, wait, Flit's behind me.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
behind you.
Pull into the fire.
Sorry, no. Who's that? Who's the light blue? Because I can't see.
0.
Oh, yeah, so
Oh, sorry. I'm using low res green for the webcams and for StreamYard. So okay, so I won't use. Never mind.
I totally screwed that one up. Oh well. Just do a new blue X. I was trying to just cut and paste, and I was like, you know what? It's easier to just draw a new blue X in here.
Oh,
Uh,
I was going to say, you could just draw a bunch of X's and whatnot on the side, then select it and move them.
Yeah, it could, but I'm not that smart sometimes. Once we get up here, it's not like it's going to matter too much. All right, so these three guys run up. Two of them pulling out their long swords and are going to take some swings at Zero.
Which is
It's okay. Those aren't great rolls. What do they have? Plus, yeah, both of those are going to miss. And the other one is going to use his bow. Pulls out a crossbow and is going to try to shoot at Zero. Oh, that one's going to hit. Doesn't matter what his armor is. That one's going to hit. So when he gets back, I like to roll max. He's going to take 9 points of damage to Zero as the crossbow flies through the bars there. All right, and kind of settles down, and we're back at the top. So Lucas.
All right, everybody went forward and has all that good stuff going on.
Yeah, you're like, oh, well, wait, and they'll come through. And I'm like, this isn't great. I don't want to be sitting in the middle of a open.
yeah.
Or-
Come join Cinnamon Toast Crunch up here.
Oh, Sal, you also need to do a concentration check for Fairy Fire.
Oh, right, because I got hit.
Yeah, it's just DC 10, though, since you took so little damage.
18 on the die.
I will be toast.
Perfect. Yeah.
So,
You still would have
I
passed.
I get worse burns when I'm conducting experiments. I'm not worried.
Yeah. He almost has resistance to fire at this point. All right.
All right. What do I want to do then? If I move forward, I'm going to end up. Problem is, I don't know. Like, I saw a fireball. I don't know if he has another one.
It's true. But luckily for you guys, like, these guys moved forward.
Yeah.
And he saw a couple of them because, like, Flit stepped around and Carboni cast a spell. I mean, Sal cast a spell. So he saw them and fired it there. Like, if you guys had waited all somewhere in that area, like,
Would have
those are
been
cells. Yeah, that would have been, like, there would have been a ton of crispy little critters in there. So
That means that we need to move. I need to move forward. So I'm going to have myself move forward. Let's go ahead and say I'm going to put myself into view. I'm going to put myself in that hallway just past Carbone, Salazar, and Flit.
so like right up here.
Yeah. Going to take notice of those guys. And since Lucas hasn't really had a chance to see him, the purple guy looks like he's a guy who has like extra armor, but
Yeah, he's more heavily armored. Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily know about
the
his spell casting.
spell.
But
So,
he's wearing heavy armor of some sort.
all right. What I'm going to go ahead and do, since I don't necessarily know about that information, but I do
Can
see
I
that.
say, Sal asks as you go by him, can you light things on fire?
Not quite on fire, but I can make them all bunch up together.
Well, no, I need a little spark.
Oh,
Mike.
I can create a fire, a small fire.
Oh, perfect. You'll just have to wait. I'll let you know. You'll know when. Basically, I'm asking if you could hold on.
I'll hold my action, and instead of moving into the hallway, I'll stand near Salazar on the other side.
Yeah, I can no longer, because of the changes, I can no longer fire. I can no longer turn my gun into fire, like a fire damage. But
So
because I have prestidigitation, that's what I have.
Oh no, that affects flames. I don't know if that'll light. Does it?
It makes fire. You can make
Oh, okay.
like a candle. Or,
Yeah, like if all you're doing is like lighting like a candle or something, or like a wick, I'd allow it.
Well,
or someone's shoes.
well, I don't want to ask yet if it'll do what I think it'll do. So I'll wait until
Okay.
my turn. If you're okay with that.
So Lucas,
I'll be beside Flit then.
So back here.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'd probably could kind of get an angle, like if you peek around a little bit at like the first X there, like right in front of 0.
So Sal wanted me to hold action so I can do prestidigitation as an action, so I will hold my action for whatever plan he has and hope it works.
All right. I'm interested to find out. Who was next? I don't have it here. I think it was Sal. I think it was Lucas, Sal, Flit, and 0. Yeah.
Well, it is my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I could tell you what I. Well, I guess it won't spoil. So you could. Let me ask them. Basically, does the spell grease? Is it flammable?
Oh. No, I don't think so.
No.
So-
Okay.
The way the spell is kind of worked out. So if that's what we were thinking, because the grease just basically makes the ground slippery.
Yes.
So it's not necessarily like a flammable type of grease. It's like a thick, slippery grease.
Okay.
So
Then.
if you want, then we can let Lucas do whatever Lucas is.
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
do.
We'll let Lucas. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. So I guess put me back to where I was, because if he wouldn't have bothered asking for that, then I'll go back there.
Yeah, I mean, I figure that there's things that you guys would have discussed outside of combat. So if some of your abilities are like that, I'm gonna,
Cohesive and such.
you know, I don't want to be too prohibitive of like, oh, well, you said,
So what I am going to do, because I don't know about his magical enhanced armor, I'm going to target the purple X with my lightning lure. I'm going to try to grab him and yank him as hard as I can so that he smashes into the guy in front of him, which then smashes him into the cage.
Okay.
All right. So I have what do I have?
Roll to hit.
Yep. There it is. 6 plus a d20. Natural 20.
Nice. All right. Yeah. You're able to whip out with your whip of lightning and grab hold of him and yank him in. Why don't you give me some sort of strength check just to see, like, because you're gonna pull him, but you're trying to pull someone else as well. So we need to kind of see if it's able to stop, kind of affect more than what is the spell subscribes.
So just a strength check, not athletics?
You can do athletics. Yeah, that's fine. That's kind of what athletics would work.
This dice roller is apparently wanting me to win. It's another natural 20.
All right. Well, the guy rolled a 6, so you didn't really have to roll that high anyway. So yeah,
I looked cool doing it. Lightning coming off my hands. Just all of a sudden, get over here.
nice. So go ahead and roll whatever damage it normally does.
2d8.
But then I'm going to add some extra damage for the two kind of bouncing into each other.
And I figure what I was doing is I was doing the force movement curse, so it was 25 feet of forceful movement, slamming the two people together.
Yeah.
And I did 9 points of damage with that.
Cool. So let me get to my damage spot. So you definitely did a little bit more damage to him, and the guy in front of him.
Oh, it's a critical. I didn't roll twice. So let me go ahead and roll that damage again.
All right.
10 more, so 19 total.
All right. Sorry, math.
I was like, wait, I rolled a natural 20 for an attack. It actually helps.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, he looks fairly hurt. The guy in front of him, who he bounced into and bounced him into the bars. He looks like he took more damage from this heavily armored figure slamming into him, kind of breaking his movement up a little bit. All right. So it was Lucas, then it was Sal. Okay, so back to you, Sal.
Okay. I'm going to continue with my plan still and cast Grease. Grease is 60 feet, and it's a 10-foot square. Trying to get the big, the one guy there, purple one.
Okay.
So target him, and then it's a 10-foot square, so trying to get the 4 guys.
Yeah. I figure with 10 feet, you should be able to cover this this square here in with Grease. So,
All right, so Dex saving throw 15.
Is
and
it to start with, or when's the Dex?
Yeah, when the grease appears, each creature standing in the area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. A creature that enters the area or ends its turn there must also succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
Okay. Let's see. Prone. The purple guy here and this guy here both fall prone. The other 2 are able to kind of like steady themselves and stay up.
So which one's the top 2?
Yeah, these top 2 fell prone.
Perfect. All right. Carbone, attack. There's my bonus action. He runs up and he attacks that one with advantage.
All right. So you either could attack the fairy fire guy or the one above him with advantage.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Then the prone one.
Okay, the prone ones took a little bit of damage anyways from Lucas pulling him, so he's already a little hurt.
I think 17 on the die.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, that'll work. And where's my notes? I wrote this all down so I wouldn't. Yeah, +4 to hit, 5d8. Ooh, nice. 6, 8 points of force damage as he bites into.
Is it 8 points?
Yes. Let me double check. Yeah, it's just the one attack now.
All right. Yeah. He digs in, gets a nice solid bite into him, deals some damage. Welcome back, Chad. We've got took 9 points of damage as an arrow hit it. I rolled a 19 on the die, so I'm assuming that a 20 would hit 0. No,
Not today. No, I'm just
okay. I was like, I don't know. Who knows? Oh, it was like a 22, 23, something like that. I don't know.
Otherwise, I'm pretty much caught up thanks to Facebook Live.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that was like right as you were dropping. Yeah, I was firing with him. So we did Sal, then is Flit, I believe, and then Zero. So,
All right. Flit yet lets out this yelp of "Ow! That hurt!" She digs in her pouch of many things and various things and pulls out a bottle, pops it, and drinks it down. It's a healing potion. She heals maximum damage from the healing potion. Not maximum damage total, but she took a lot of damage. Then everybody around her sees something that y'all have never seen her do before. Y'all have seen her come close to it, but this is something this is new. She runs to the far wall, runs straight up it, and goes to the ceiling and runs along the ceiling and turns the corner and stands there. And as she does, she looks at the people and goes, "Ooh, I went up too fast." And then she lets out this large, disgusting belch that is like Heartburn City. And you see this green acid-looking bubble float out of her mouth and hit. Let's see, there's 3 blue guys and the purple guy right there, right?
mm-hmm.
She's gonna hit the first blue guy on your left.
So this top one.
Yep.
Great.
And she's gonna try to have it splash to the guy in back.
Okay.
So both of them, and they're standing within 5 feet of each other, right?
Yeah. In fact, they got pulled like onto each other, so
Okay.
they're all kind of messy, and both of them are on the ground.
Okay. Both of them need to make a dexterity save then.
Yeah, no, they fail. That's a 4 and a 9. It didn't matter.
Okay. So each one takes 1d6 acid damage.
Okay.
I rolled the exact same thing. Both of them receive 2 points of damage.
All right.
Wait. This spell damage increases by 1d6 when you reach 5th level. Wait. Am I reading this right? Hey. Wait, did I do this right? If you choose 2, they must be within 5 feet. Okay, so it increases by... So each one receives 2d6, right?
Yes, if it's a cantrip, it increases by a die on 5th level.
Okay, so first one receives 4 points of damage. And the second one receives 7 points of damage.
All right. We're okay.
Sorry.
Bam. You're good. You're good.
Been a long time since I did spells.
Yeah.
No, second edition.
Cool. And you said where were you ending up in the hallway? Or you're like on the roof, but like
but literally, I'm hanging upside down from the ceiling above Lucas.
okay.
Our Lucas is directly below it.
Yeah. So kind of right there. All right. Sweet. All right, Zero, you're up. 2 guys in front of you are on the ground. Just got some acid splashed on them. The stream went right over your head.
Oh, and that's the new power, guys.
Nice.
The power of belches.
Well, before that, y'all saw me climb with my hands and whatnot, and little grooves and various things of that nature. I went up straight up wall surface. Yeah. I'm
Nice.
still barefoot, by the way, too. So.
The gate is still closed.
Yep.
Which is awesome.
I want to hit them with my swords.
I mean, they're kind of close enough, and they're on the ground there, so I'd say you could be able to. The gates are more designed to keep prisoners from passing through, but you could probably step up. You're skilled enough if you wanted.
Like stab through. All right. I'm gonna try that then. I'm gonna draw both of them because I'm a dual wielder. And the first one is a 18 to hit.
Yeah, the guy in front of you. Yeah.
That is plus. Oh, don't go away. Sorry. 5 piercing damage.
Okay, let me see. He was that actually is enough to finish that one off. You're able to because he's on the ground. He fell, got acid thrown on him, and you're able to just like step up and stab into him, however you'd like to finish him off.
Him, I would go up underneath his rib cage.
Just a nice clean, like bypassing the armor, slip in and eliminate that threat.
And then I will have my extra attack at his still standing comrade there, and that's fairy fired still?
Yes, you're still
Awesome.
going to get advantage on that one.
All right, I might need it with that kind of rolling. 13. I'm assuming misses.
Yeah, 13 will miss.
Okay, I'm gonna offhand attack as a dual wielder.
Cool.
Advantage, same number, 21
That'll do.
for 6 points of piercing
All right.
damage.
Oddly, the guy with Fairy Fire just taking his first round of damage, but he staggers a little bit as you're able to like move so quick, stabbing twice. That is, stabbing once in his opponent, his buddy, coming back, stabbing at him, and then your other hand sweeping out and just like nicking him. All right, I think that's it for you guys. Yeah, the rest of the groups are kind of huddling back when they saw that fireball come in. Most of them are malnourished, not feeling super well to start with. They are not overly keen on engagement. Well, you know, I hate to beat a drum over the head, but when you clump up so pretty, like, there's kind of like not much else to do but fireball. I mean, I'm sorry, like, that's not as good of a roll though. So you guys have that going for you, because there's 5 ones.
Oh, that's good.
Let's see. So I think it's pretty much everybody needs to give me a dexterity saving throw. He's able to get it so it just licks the bars. The bar is starting to glow a little red from the fire heat. Lucas, good. Half damage. So 7 points of damage for you, Lucas.
The first damage is taken while in this dungeon.
Yeah. There you go.
I was staying away from the swords and the armor last time, so I'm like, this is first damage. Yeah!
Yeah, I had to add in some more range threat because I knew that, like, the swords and all that were all close. 15 points of damage. Yeah, literally 5 ones, a 2, and then 2 4s. So it could have been a lot worse.
What's it? 15 to it? I think
Yeah.
17 does.
Yeah, so 7 points of damage for both of you.
So, I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Well, Carbona's lucky.
Yeah. But he's
Oh,
down
that's
to
what-
1?
No, he's at 13 minus 7, so
okay.
6.
Cool. Yeah.
So how
Yeah.
Standing.
Good enough. Just good enough.
was it 15 or 14?
The DC is 15.
No, I meant like.
Oh, the total is 15 points of damage.
Yeah.
If you fail. Yeah.
Thank God I drank that potion.
Oh, you rolled a 10. Sorry, I missed that one.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah. Whew.
I would have been
All right.
if I didn't drink that potion.
And then how does the grease work? Like, how long does it last? Because he's going to get up after that.
1
Shoot.
minute.
Oh, yeah, 1 minute.
Another save to stand up, or
No.
just if he moves?
A creature that enters the area or ends their turn must succeed on another. Yeah, so if they enter the area or end their turn there. So if they walk out, they're fine.
Yeah. So he's going to step back. He's kind of got an idea of, how these things work. So he's going to move back here. He's been kind of comfortable with sending his fireballs down at you guys anyways. Let's see. Zero did some damage. We're going to do... Yeah, I think they're all gonna kind of shuffle back a little bit, taking heart that their commander's got things pretty well handled with his abilities. One, they fall back a little bit. The fairy fire one is going to be this one in the back. He rushes back as he's more hurt, but they are both gonna. One already had his longbow out, but the fairy fire one is going to use his longbow now. Ooh, natural 20. They'd be aiming at 0. They see him as more of the threat. So that's 2d8. Luckily, they're not super dexterous. Oh, dude, I can't roll. 6. So that's 8 points of damage. 0. As his arrow is able to thread the needle through those bars and kind of catch you in like a tender spot. But luckily, you're made out of hardy stuff. All right, that's my guys so far. Back at the top, we've got Lucas. A little crispier, but other than that, not too bad for wear.
Right. All right. So they're all trying to escape now. Escaping. That grease is still there.
Mm-hmm. And
it won't be in a moment. I can I like? Well, it's not a concentration spell, so I guess it will be there for the whole minute. Shoot.
yeah.
So just to recheck grease, it's when they enter the area, not necessarily when they move into the area.
Correct.
That's right. So you could walk past it.
Well, he's thinking when he lightning lures them in, then they'd have to make the deck save because he lightning lured someone.
Oh, they'll start when they start their turn. They'll have to do it. Yeah.
So
well, it's when they enter the area. So on his turn, he could both pull them and make them fall, which is better for you guys because then you guys can do your and stuff.
Purple Man has been the one that's been casting spells, right?
Yes, like this time you were able to see it because last time you were further in, you just saw the flames licking out and engulfing some of the people nearby you. But this time you definitely saw him point out and
do an attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to go ahead and attack him again with another lightning lure, but this time I'm going to do the lightning curse and do additional charisma damage to him because, it's just not cool, bro.
Yeah. Not cool, man.
I'm seriously not trying to. I got another natural 20. I'm thinking about changing my dice roller.
Yeah, maybe. Jeez. All right.
So yeah. So 2d8.
He's typing /R 20 to 20.
Yeah. Well, I'm using Dungeons and Dragons dice roller. That's what I'm using right now.
I'm just giving you shit, man. It's good.
So from the 48, because of the cantrip, it is 22 points of damage plus my charisma, which is 3, so 25 points of damage done to him.
Good lord. 25 points of damage. I'm trying to think. The nat 20, there's not much he can do about that. Lightning lure, though, huh?
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't notice quick enough. Sure. So this doesn't pull him towards you, just deals damage?
It does pull 10 feet still. The forced movement curse adds another 15 feet to that.
Okay, so he does make his dexterity save.
No save. It's a cantrip ability. It just pulls.
No, this was for the grease.
Oh, for the grease. Sorry.
It's okay. There's lots of things going on. But he looks extremely hurt at this point now. He was doing okay, but that 25 is a big chunk. And
put right next to 0, too.
Little bits of armor, like it has little streaks of lightning just like skittering from bit of metal to bit of metal. Super conductive in that high suit of armor. He does not look happy. That is for sure. And Lucas, are you moving? Are you staying there?
I am going to move to the lever.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, would you allow me to pull the lever?
Sure. Yeah. It's just manipulating a very simple object.
Okay.
So I don't see why that would be out of the ordinary. So this gate slides into the wall, disappearing. And now there's nothing in between you guys, save for grease.
Sorry, I was looking at something. Did he fall?
No, I rolled a 18 on the die. So he's able
But he's at least closer to us again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, the question is, I guess it's my turn now?
I believe so. Lucas Sal. Yeah, Lucas Sal.
Okay, yeah, I passed my con check from the other fireball.
Okay, good thinking. I forgot. There's a lot of things to work out.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, I just realized I can give him a bonus action to do something, but it's on his turn right after mine, I believe. Let me just double check. He takes turn immediately after yours. Okay, so I can't have him help me. Well, you know what? I got 2 attacks. It's like advantage. So I'm going to shoot him twice. What is he wearing?
Fairly heavy armor.
Oh, okay. So casting web is probably not a good thing, so I'll just shoot at him twice.
I.e., plate armor.
6. I was going to be doing the sharpshooter, but I didn't say it, so you'll allow it or not?
It's up to you. If you wanted to do it, go for it.
Yeah. First one is 9. That fails. 19.
As this bullet comes straight at him, you see this moment of panic, and then his hand flash up, and a shimmering shield strikes in front of him, deflecting the bullet. He's on his last legs. He's going to pull out all he's got to keep himself going. So,
all right, then as a bonus action, I say finish him.
All right. Finish him. Finish him. Go for it.
15, does that hit?
Nope.
I didn't think so. Shoot. He's going to stay where he is, and I wasted all my good rolls. Okay, I'm done. I ducked behind the corner. Actually, I moved 15 feet back.
Backwards, all right.
This is another fireball.
In case he's got a third level slot.
But I'm going to move back up on my turn anyway. So
yeah. It's not that tough. You kind of rejoin the huddling masses of prisoners back there. Where are we at? That's where I had it here. No. So Lucas, there, Flit. I can do this.
Drops down from the ceiling. Rumbles through her bag once again, pulls out yet another healing potion, pops that, chugs that.
Well, upside down.
Well, no, I was right side up this time around because it dropped from the ceiling. She realizes that she drank it too fast, feels that belch coming up, and she does so as another acid splash aims for the purple guy.
Okay.
Dexterity check.
Oh, yeah. Jeez, dexterity check. We got. What was the DC? I got 14.
Oh, okay. I guess I gotta look that up.
Knock it off. No.
Okay. He passed.
Yikes.
DC save 12.
Okay. Yikes. Because that probably would have dropped him. That's like.
With that, she says, "Screw this shit," and she runs after Sal.
Okay.
And actually turns the corner.
Sorry, what was that?
She runs past Sal and goes to the right. Yeah, right there.
Okay. Perfect. 0, you're up.
Well, I have a special treat in store for this guy.
Oh gosh.
It's a short sword. Oh, I fell off the table. Oh man, that's a bad roll. I'm gonna have to go with his offhand then. Oh, I have extra attack. Duh. That's even worse. Now I have to go offhand. Okay, 17.
No, unfortunately, 17 will spark across the glistening shield in front of him.
All right.
He's super high armor right now, so it's yeah. All right, whew. Back to my guys. So guy in purple glares at you guys. He's gonna pull out a longsword, and he's going to take 2 swings at 0. He's a little shaky at this point. Good lord, very shaky at this point. I'm pretty sure like 11 doesn't hit, as I rolled that on both.
To be honest, I'd be pretty
not
shaky
even
too
naked.
if I kept getting.
Yeah. All right, but then he almost looks like he's stepping back and vanishes in a like plume of mist and appears 30 feet back behind these guys. Okay, the 2 guys there are going to fire with their longbows. Lucas is back there. One of them's going to fire at Lucas, one's going to fire at 0.
Get the guy who keeps pulling us back. Screw that guy.
So, 0, the arrow goes like right past your head and clinks off the stone next to you. Lucas, that's going to be a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
All right. 6 points of piercing damage as the arrow flies into you. Both of these guys, though, are going to continue their retreat. Well, one of them is going to continue his retreat to kind of like, I mean, switch to blue to stave off people from his commander. And the other one kind of went around the corner and disappeared from sight. It brings us back to the top, which is Lucas.
All right. I'm going to relook at Lightning Lure's range.
Yeah, we're like, I don't know, 45, 50 feet maybe at this point. Not super far, but...
I also have a spell sniper, so I increased the range by twice.
Yeah.
Which
I forgot he could have used his movement, but he kind of misty step, moved back a little bit, and kind of got in position to try to brace himself.
But he is like 45 feet above,
Yeah.
30 feet away. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say 45 or 50 feet away, somewhere in there.
Okay. Then he is too far for me. So what I'm going to go ahead and do instead then...
Move forward.
I could move forward and trip. I'm not the most dexterous. I know this.
Neither are they, and that's one reason I was like, oh, they're going to move out of that. Then he realizes they're just going to sit here doing Three Stooges.
Okay. So I have to ask this. Would prestidigitation be able to move the grease?
No. It's like a magical, like...
It's a magical made slick.
Yeah, like oil slick sort of thing, and I don't think like 10 by 10 is enough to like prestidigitation would be able to move that.
I can also just cast it again, or fairy fire, or something else. So.
Oh no, I was trying to find a way of getting through the grease without us tripping up all the time.
Use your grapplers.
Yeah, we can grapple. Yeah, we can grapple through it, or just walk through it.
Well,
Yeah, you just
when
have
you
to.
enter,
Yeah, it's enter or end your turn on it. So
right. So if I
right.
enter into it, I'm going to possibly slip because I don't have the greatest dex.
Yeah.
yeah. Or why
You know
don't you pull him closer again? He's going to keep running out of spells.
Well, I can't get him. He's too far away now.
How far away is he?
About 45 feet, he said.
Grappler is 60 with disadvantage.
Okay. Well, what I could also do is I could try to shoot him with a ray of frost at the distance he is and slow him down like crazy. And when I mean like crazy, I mean he can move 5 feet.
That sounds more sorcery.
So let's source it up. All right, another attack. Oh, this time I didn't roll a natural 20. I rolled a 13 plus 6 is 19.
and who are you firing at?
That is going to be at Mr. Purple again.
Mr. Purple. Mr. Purple's going to wave his hand again, and a shimmering shield comes forward. I'm quickly running out of first level spell slots, but they're coming in handy.
I will not die.
I will not. I will not. Yeah, he's got that. Yeah. Burning through him quick.
And in which case, I will then also yell out as my free action, "We have them on the run! Arrows, fire at them!" Trying to get the other guys to come forward to try a volley at them or something. If you want, I can roll a persuasion.
Sure.
I am good at that. I am actually a very persuasive person, apparently. And I roll a natural 20. That's a
Sure.
26. It's a
Okay,
26.
I'll shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll fire.
Sal agrees. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
If I have to.
That's the end of my turn, though.
Speaking of Sal, you're bolstered by Lucas's yell to fire.
Okay, I will fire twice at the purple guy. I believe the range is enough. 120 feet. Yeah, I think that's enough.
Think so. You might have it.
I did say. Let's see. I was going to keep sharpshooting, even though that was stupid, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I don't think 16 hits.
No. Right now you're gonna need a 23 to hit.
So what I? Oh,
Thanks.
let's not sharpshoot, and I will still miss. Okay. So
I mean,
fired twice.
you would have kind of probably gotten an idea that shield's up, you know. So.
Well, I want him to use shield. I keep forgetting. I gotta stop sharpshooting him.
You did on Lucas's turn, anyways. So.
Yeah, it was still in my mind, but I'm going to stop that now.
Okay.
And I am going to tell. So my goal was to move up 15 feet, shoot, move back, and tell Carbone to. Like, he's just going to move.
So
I get him to
2 shots, right?
Yeah, that was the best one.
Oh,
was that the other one? An 11 and a 13 on the dice. So
okay. Gotcha.
So, actually, I wish I had. He would have had to use shield. I think that if I didn't sharpshoot. Yeah. So I get him to dash, and what does he move again? 40 feet. So he'll move. Yeah, he'll dash and then move, and he'll come with me around the corner because he's low on hit points.
Oh, Carbone's falling back. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm going. Yeah, I pop in 15 feet, shoot twice, move back, and call Carbone to follow.
All right. We're down to Flit now.
Flit gathers herself, digs through her bag, realizes she's out of potions, and looks around at some of the prisoners. And she says, "Screw it, let's go!" And she runs forward toward the bend.
Okay. Coming up to the corner.
Yeah, and she's gonna kind of eyeball the situation. How many feet does that roughly look?
You're about 45 to the blue, about 50 to the purple.
Okay. She once again gathers her courage, gathers her rumbling stomach, and produces yet another loud, disgusting belch. Green ball. And both of them need to make a save. Okay.
So the blue one gets caught like full on, but the purple one's able to kind of like jump behind the blue one. I rolled a 19 on the die, so staggering in there barely.
Yeah, that blue one takes 7 points of acid reflux.
All right. Well, that's the first time he's gotten hit. So, cool. Yeah. He staggers a little bit as acid splashes all over him. All right. 0.
Oh, and then I move back.
Back. Okay. So Flit steps back.
Enough. I mean, we're
Just like so you're out of sight, or look at that. Okay.
I'm trying to use that corner as cover.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I would like to take a free action to drink a potion. What power did we get of those?
I think just regular healing.
The 4d4?
2d4 plus 2, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I got. But unless if you
Okay. No, I just got one.
Okay.
All right. And then I have had enough of your shit, and I'm going to cast Silence on top of them, which I probably should have done sooner. And then that's an action, so I'm gonna go with a bonus action. How far are they now? I'm gonna move it closer first to be within 30 feet. And so the blue is in front of the purple. You're muted, Bill, if you're answering. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, my kid's yelling in the background. Yeah.
No worries. I know how that goes.
So it would be a dex saving throw as you move through the grease as well.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm gonna shoot an arrow at Mr. Blue.
Okay.
For a nice hole in the wall.
That bad, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll have to temporarily move around the corner. Unfortunately.
There's only 2 left. I can't, or 3.
Just 2, right? Well, the third one ran away, so you guys don't know what's going on further down. So Zero moved back around the corner. So it's kind of, we got 2 different groups kind of falling back different directions. All right, Zero. Oh, then it's these guys' turn. So silenced. And silenced, is that like stationary area effect, or is it okay?
Yeah,
so
20 foot.
It's that kind of 20-foot area. So
Yeah.
both of these guys are going to run around the corner. Well, the blue guy first is going to fire an arrow at Lucas because he's the only one visible. But I don't think 11 hits Lucas.
Nope, not even with my mage armor down. When
Yeah, I was pretty sure. Thought I'd give it a shot. So yeah, they book it around that corner and they kind of like disappear up. And we're at the top of the round, Lucas.
all right, we kind of just poked their heads out, attacked, and then fight, and then backed off.
Well, they were like right at that corner. So the one guy fired his bow. The main guy, kind of realizing that he was in this area of silence, knew he couldn't get off a spell, and that's his range threat. So he ran back out of sight. He's bleeding pretty badly, so he's not, not in it to be close combat right now. So you don't know what happened to them, but the other one fired and ran back to join his commander.
Okay. Okay. I will once again kind of go. It's like this is going to be our chance to start charging towards that exit. And I will take the risk, and I will see if I slip up and look like a doofus. I will move forward.
Okay.
And with my +2 dexterity because I have nothing else. Hey, I roll an 18, so
There you go. So are you dashing or are you just strolling?
30 feet movement. I'm not gonna. I want to take some precautions still.
So you'd probably be just a little past the grease.
But I will hold my action and have my bow ready so that if a guy pokes his head out again, I'm going to just shoot him the moment he pokes his head out.
Nice. Sal, you're up.
Okay. What I would like to do is take 15 feet out, walk out, and then I would like to use the bracers to slide 30 feet closer as a bonus action.
Okay.
Right through the grease. If I have to do a dex check, that's fine because I still have half my movement left to stand up.
Yeah. So yeah, you could shoot like the roof or whatever ahead of you, and pull forward. We'll say a dex check at advantage because the bracers would. You're shooting at a roof, so I think you're pretty good.
All right, so the lower die was a natural 1, and the better die. Well, let's see, my dex mod 16.
Okay. Yep. Right. I'm assuming that beats your own DC.
Yeah,
So-
by 1.
So
So I
you're
could.
probably up here somewhere.
Yes, I moved. So I moved a total of, I think it's 30 feet. Yeah, 30 plus the 15 from the original.
Yep.
So I'm going to move the remainder 15, but only up to the corner, and I'm just going to peek around.
Okay. Sal gets up here and he's peeking around. We've got. Let's see. There is. The gate is open, actually. You can see blue is here. You don't see purple, and you see another blue guy back there glistening with fairy fire, with like a ballista that's been moved in that position. He's sitting there behind it, holding onto it.
So the guy with fairy fire is behind the ballista?
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot twice at him.
All right.
So the first one, okay, a 13 and an 18 on the die, so I know the 18 will hit.
Yeah.
Plus 8.
What's the +8? They'll both hit. Yeah.
No, that was just the one.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. That's
Advantage. Second one, natural 20.
All right. Yeah. Let him have it. I don't think there's much left of him
See,
to start with.
That's okay. So I should have sharpshootered. I said I was. Oh, I got to start learning to call that first.
I don't think it's gonna matter. To tell you the truth.
The first one is just 11 points of piercing damage.
All right.
And I guess he's still standing.
Barely.
And how do we do crits again? Maximum damage plus.
Oh, that's right. I did say that. So sorry, I forgot about that earlier, Kyle. Yeah, the first set would be max, and then roll a die.
Just so maximum dice damage. Just
The first, yeah, on your first, whatever your first dice is, max, and then roll the dice again.
all right. This is going to take 23 points of damage.
How do you want to finish this one off?
As he goes to reach for he's probably getting it all set up, ready to fire, and there's a loud bang, and he looks down, and there's a hole in his chest, and he's like, he can't believe it at first, and he just falls over at that point.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Sal Flit.
Oh, actually, at this point, Carbone is going to try to walk around 40 feet.
Okay.
40 feet because he dashes. So I think that's enough for a dex check.
Yeah.
Unmodified 17. That passes.
Very good.
And then he'll move right behind me for now until I can heal him.
Okay. I had a feeling.
Yep. All right.
Now, Flit, it's your turn.
She peeks around the corner, sees what's going on, looks behind her, yells at everybody, "Let's go! It's free!" And then she runs straight up the wall.
Over the greased. Yeah, nice.
And runs along the ceiling all the way to where Sal's at. If she can make that far.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I was going to say, how far is that?
That's, I mean, are you right here sort of spot? Or?
Well, directly above him, but on the ceiling.
Oh, yeah, that works.
Peeks around.
Put you right there. Just
okay. Awesome. Peeks around the corner. Sees that one dude. How far is he roughly?
I think we're looking at 35, 40 feet.
Okay. So she once again shakes her body and lets out another belch.
Ugh. All right. Let's see what he can do.
You really need to go to a doctor about that, man.
14 on the die.
Yeah, he passes.
All right.
It's all the candy.
Yeah, all those sweets. All right. Anything else, or is it Zero's turn?
Just pop back around, and I'm gonna move. If I can. I'm gonna move where Carboni's at.
Yeah, sure.
One over, basically, but still on the ceiling.
Yeah. Putting you there just so it's not on top of each other. Easier. All right. Chad, what's up?
Zero is going to talk to the guy who was basically like in the next highest in command of the group, and he's gonna hand him a rope. Follow us. You are going to be blind. Just hold on to this rope. And I'm going to use an action to shoot my grappler just as far as I can, I guess like 30 feet to the ceiling above, and then pull myself there, and then drop on the other side of the grease.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I'm going to move over to the corner where the opening is.
Up here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm going to drop darkness.
Nice.
And then I'm going to tie off the rope on like something if I can, or just stand there with the rope or whatever.
There was a statue there that like slid forward in the opening. So there would be a spot on the statue, some like the ornate weapon that's there or whatever that you're able to tie off. Cool. All right. So then as you can kind of hear from the distance. Well, you can't hear because you're in silence. The other guys can hear. Unless you drop.
No, silence will drop as soon as I drop darkness.
Oh, okay, cool. So
concentration.
As the darkness wells up, sound comes back into your ears, and you can hear the prisoners shouting as they're starting to rush forward, taking heart that you've gotten the better of these prison guards. And so they're moving forward. Most of them make it to like just past the grease. They're holding onto the rope. There's a couple that will slip, but like their fellows are able to kind of either like drag them forward, or someone steps past and moves forward and kind of let him gather himself back up and move in. Okay, so that's darkness over here. Cool. So let's see, darkness encompasses like this area, right? Like, or is it?
Yeah, sphere.
Yeah, something like that. All right, so we're gonna go over to Lucas. A ball of darkness appears in front of you. What would you like to do?
Oh, I can't see through darkness. That type of darkness, at least.
But you do notice there's a rope that's like coming out of the darkness that the quartermaster's holding on to. That so there is that.
Okay.
There's also doors. One's in the middle of the grease pile, but there's that you could go through.
No, I think I'm going to go ahead and the pathway that we took, that's a secret pathway, is it only wide enough for one person to pass, or could somebody let other people pass by?
It's a pretty small
Passage.
Pretty small passage. Yeah, I'd say it's probably about 5 feet wide.
Okay.
Like you can pass each other. Like if you're standing in the doorway, they could like squeeze past, but you can't like go two abreast sort of thing.
Okay. So if I went to where this little, like going into the tunnel where that little corner mark is, and then it travels to the southwest-ish or east-ish direction, I couldn't like kitty corner into that corner there and just let people pass me.
Yeah, like essentially they just can't share your space, but I figure that you're able to like hug the wall and let them move past.
So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to move myself there.
All right.
And I am going to cast light on the stone that I have that's embedded into my glove.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to take off my glove so that the first person that passes can have the light and start moving forward.
Yeah, perfect. So you went from magical darkness into regular darkness, but as you do, you cast light on this stone and are prepared to help the others through. Sal, what would you like to do?
Yes, I am going to let go of my gun, which then retracts back up so through some mechanism, and he starts walking north. And he grabs some stuff. You would swear it was a glue of some kind, and he starts filling his wounds and heals himself. I figure
sounds dangerous.
I figure glue cell, super glue. That's or something. And he starts walking forward. What does he see once he leaves the darkness? Like, what is? How many guys does he see up there by the gate? Are you muted?
Yes, I am. Currently, you see one behind a ballista, and you see the ballista releasing as you step out of the darkness.
Shit. Okay. I can do this.
Does a 15 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so you're good. I can put down all these D6s.
And I keep walking, so I move 30 feet, and I actually pull out. Do I see? This is just him. So I pull out my warhammer actually, and I make my way towards him.
Okay.
And my command for Carbona is to. I don't give him a command, but he'll move over to the other side of the other wall there in the darkness.
Okay, like right here?
Basically just north of the door, the gate.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. And yeah, I'm just making my way there. And I'll say to them, I'll be back in a moment.
Nice. All right. Flit.
Flip.
You hear Sal, but you didn't see where he went.
Okay. She ducks into the darkness, still on the ceiling. Peeks her head directly into the tunnel to see if he went that way.
Yeah, I mean, you have to get, I don't know how far in zero, like 15 feet or so probably.
Okay.
to see that you can see Lucas there with a shining stone once you exit the darkness.
But no Sal.
No Sal.
Can I make it north then, or is that too far?
Yeah, I'd say that I'd say you could probably make it just past.
Okay. And then I see Sal.
You see Sal, you see a guy with an empty ballista standing behind it, looking kind of upset that he missed.
Immediately, she points her finger at him, the middle finger, and aims. And as she does, or as she's doing that, she reaches in her bag, throws out. How many do I get? Rusty daggers, aka magic missile.
Okay.
Is it?
How do you want to do it?
Oh, okay. I don't even need to.
He was pretty low, and he's just kind of doing a hold action to try to slow you down long enough for his commander to get further away.
She yells at him, "Hey, motherfucker!" and does this little maneuver. And as he looks up at him, she throws the daggers, and they all go into his face.
Nice. Yeah. He slumps down atop his buddy's body. And like these rusty daggers sticking out of him, and then they slowly dissipate, just leaving these kind of like bloody spots on his face as he falls dead.
And after that, I holler at Sal, "We gotta go. Also, I don't feel so good."
Anything bonus action wise, or good there?
That's it.
All right.
You
Zero.
can make a bonus action dash, can't you?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna dash back into the darkness and into the light.
Somewhere down near Lucas at this point. All right. Zero, what would you like to do?
So there's no more friends for me to play with over here?
Looks pretty empty. You don't spot the body of the commander, but the gate's open. There's an empty ballista there. Sal seems to be heading up that way.
I'll just keep telling the prisoners to come through, and I'll take a knee and I'll ready my bow, pointing that direction to the north.
Okay.
And kind of up against the corner where I'm already at, and then keeping an eye back towards the prisoners as well. And just wait.
Perfect. Yeah, you're able to kind of like help guide them through. All right, Lucas, what do you want to do?
I almost did the same thing. Spoke while mic'd, or muted. I am going to hold my action here because I am waiting for the first prisoner to come down so I can give him the light to start moving forward. Because I plan on being the last man out because I can press and explode the path that they might follow us with.
All right. Yeah, sorry about the mute. Your keyboard was clickety-clacking, so I muted you.
Okay.
That was me. That's why you didn't realize I forgot to unmute you, as I forget to unmute myself. No, it's all good. It happens. All right, cool. So, yeah, the prisoners are making their way in, but they were coming from much further back. So they're trying to get there. Sal, you're up.
Okay, where is the handle for this to close this gate?
It's on the other side of the gate.
Is there? I've seen how fast they open and close. Am I able to close it and still be on this side, or do I need to use something?
Yeah, you could probably manage it. You know,
I could like, stick something in the gate to stop it, flip the switch, and then remove it or something. I know enough about mechanisms like this. So I close it. Is that use an action, or will that use a...
No, I'd say like a bonus or whatever. I mean, it's almost like a free action. It's not that big. So you go up to flip the switch. Oh, it's actually around the corner a little bit, but it's still you can get there. Like you could go around the corner, flip the switch. As you round the corner, you see ahead of you there's like a wall, and to the right there's a doorway. There was a doorway behind you, like right past the gate on the right hand side. But you don't see any signs of like there's no other soldiers or anything rushing around.
Okay, and so I close the gate. As my action, I pull out this contraption, and it looks like I can't think probably. Essentially, it looks say it's like a steel loop that loops around almost like a handcuff, but a single one. Locks the gate in place, and it starts humming. And I said, I cast Arcane Lock.
Okay, cool.
And I say, then I start running out. I said, okay, let's go. Well, actually, I stay on this side, and let me know when they're all through, and I'll actually pull out, put my hammer away and pull out the gun, and keep an eye out.
All right. Flit, any desires?
I'm gonna go ahead and try to lead the group out.
All right. So the plan for now, you guys are just going to run out, get all the people out, and head out.
Yep. In particular, the halfling.
Yeah. Flit making sure the little halfling, chubby little legs, he's really dirty and like his clothes are pretty tattered and torn. Been in there for a while. But they all seem grateful as they step out of the darkness and run down this pathway. If that's where we're at, then you're able to get these guys out, and you can tell me anything else you want to add to your escape strategy here.
Definitely try to move the statue back after we're gone.
Yeah, the same kind of mechanism that was in there, you're able to like pull it shut and lock it kind of behind you. There's a trip trap that Lucas was referring to, which is kind of right below where he's standing at the moment. But are you guys going to set that off or leave it be?
Is anyone going to stop me from setting it off?
Nope.
Well,
Then-
I'm going to wait to pass first, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as we get out of the clearing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
assuming you guys are just able to kind of move and do as you wish.
Yeah, I specifically said I wasn't going to light off until I was the last man to go.
Yeah.
I might be faster than you are if it matters.
I can do it at 60 feet away, I'm pretty sure, and then I double
Okay.
that distance.
Yeah.
All right.
He's got his little prestidigitation cantrip to light a fuse. Will work just fine. All right. None of this loot here needs to be taken care of. Then we can move on. Ha
We didn't have time. It was all in the dark.
No, I wasn't sure which way you guys would end up going. So
I did.
We could chase after the commander and try to get more information, that kind of thing, but we're like, as far as we know, the first mate may be alive, may not be alive. We might as well just get out of here. And they now have more people to try to do a more intense rescue.
yeah, no problem. I just like to rub it in. Like
Possibly,
Yeah.
the whole time we've been going, I've been trying to talk to the halfling. And basically convince him that he needs to come with me.
Come with
Okay.
me if you want to live. He tries to shake his hand.
If I need to roll, then I will.
yeah, I mean, what's the overall gist of what you're trying to get him to do for you or with you?
I want him to be an underling.
An underling. All right. Yeah, go ahead and give me a persuasion roll.
Half an underling.
Yes, I am underling. And tell him the grand scheme of things too, if that helps.
Okay.
About if he becomes my underling, he may become my first mate on my airship. Right, 18.
He kind of nods as he's listening to this. It's like, man, that sounds good. And he's like, yeah, I'll follow. I'll come along. And you saved me. I owe you at least that.
Good. Your new name is Skippy.
Okay, Skippy. Yeah, I'll go with that. Um, as Lucas was so upset by that, he left. But I think this is probably a good point to take a quick break. I'm also going to go yell at my son. So take a quick little break here, and then we will figure all that out more later, I guess. So we'll come back. We'll figure out the aftermath and kind of go from there. See what you guys want to do. There's probably some simple things we can do without getting into a long escapade. All right, so you guys are able to escape. All right, and in the tunnels, Sapphire, now kind of dressed in nicer armor and array, much cleaner. It's kind of like out a ways, but like at the closest point where you can watch this entrance and exit, and be able to help you guys out. And he kind of has this look on his face of kind of amazement, surprise of that you guys are able to pull it off, and sees all the prisoners. And you guys did an amazing job. Come, let's get them to a safe place.
Yes.
And he'll start leading you guys off through a maze of like tunnels underneath these streets. He seems to know them really well, and is able to kind of like guide you through these streets and get you to an area that's takes a good while. It takes probably an hour and a half. I'll lead you through. And then he gets to a spot in the tunnels, and he pulls like a board away from like a little area, like a little doorway area, small room looking thing. And there's just like a ladder that goes straight up. And then he starts climbing up the ladder and is able to like unlatch the area above it and pushes it forward, and it opens up, and it's like this large warehouse somewhere within the city, but there are like cots and food and stuff that are already set up there. Apparently one of their safe houses that they use from time to time. He's able to kind of like guide you in, and here, come on in. There's plenty of room. There's food. And he starts like going to the various prisoners and checking on them, and looking over them, giving some bandages to some of them. The quartermaster steps up and will take some bandages and some healing equipment and start going to work on some of his crew, trying to help stem any of the injuries that they sustained. Some of them, there's some burn marks on them, and we'll offer to you guys, please make yourselves at home. It's not much, but it'll be safe, at least for a time.
Flit goes over, grabs a blanket, grabs some food, shoves it in her backpack, looks around. Is there like a cubby hole of sorts?
Yeah, it's like a old warehouse, so there would probably be a mostly it's designed for large things, so it's mostly on the first floor, but there are like some rafters and beams up top that are fairly large because they got to sustain this large building. So big enough that Flip could probably snuggle in up there, or there's also like a catwalk along one side, like a big L, so that someone could walk around the top and see all of like the goods on the warehouse floor.
Okay, she walks over to Sal, pats him on the head. Fit go nighty night now, and then just walks off and goes up the wall and goes up into the rafters and snuggles in.
Yeah. Skippy will follow you up until the point where you get like up the wall. He'll kind of like stare up at you for a moment, and then shrug and kind of like settle down up against the wall, leaning back, and will kind of like cross his arms and start to kind of nod off.
She drops him some food and an extra blanket.
He mainly like he kind of glances at it, and shrugs, and pulls a blanket over him. And for him, it seems sleep was more of a something he's willing to take right now while he can. Anyone else have anything?
Zero would take something to eat light and shoot up into the rafters with his grappler and nestle in the rafters up there.
Cool.
Yeah, Sal starts working on something. He's probably gonna do a little repair on something, some invention he's working on. Carbona goes over, picks up some food in his in a giant in its teeth, and carries it over, drops it in front of Sal, and Sal looks over, says, "Oh right, pour some looks like an oil all over Carbona, and the oil starts." Even at a defying gravity, it'll just pour even up after it's poured all over. It'll fill in all the little holes and gaps and seal everything up. And he'll go back to. He almost ignores the food there and he just goes to work.
Nice. All right. So the rest of the group, Sapphire's there. There's a few other members that seem to like answer to him that were already there in the warehouse waiting for you guys. They see to the prisoners getting positioned, getting blankets and food, and they seem to be like on the lookout. There's a few that are like, there's one up like in a rafter up by the front, like where there's a little window. They're like looking out at the street, making sure. There's a couple that are kind of moving around, but it seems like they've got like the security thing in issue, like taken care of, letting you guys rest, repair, do whatever you want for pretty much however long you guys desire to stay here. It looks like they're settling in for a long period of time as they're trying to, make sure these prisoners are healthy enough for travel and let things settle down before they try to do any serious maneuvering of individuals. You do see that they start handing out clothes that look like fairly nondescript for this country to all of the sailors that are wearing these like gray sailor outfits for their country. So they're not as easily spottable. So if you guys are settling down for a long rest or whatever, whenever you guys are awake, Sapphire will be there. There's like a little table that will have been set up while you were down. As we lost Chad now. Jeez, internet. So there's a table that he'll have set up and kind of be sitting there looking over some figures, some books, and everything. And he'll kind of look over at you guys as whoever's up first and deciding to interact, he would acknowledge.
Probably Flit would be waking up because she went to bed pretty early and passed out. So how many hit points? So full rest is how many hit points?
You get everything back and half your hit dice if you had spent any before. Up to half your hit dice back.
Yeah, you get 2 hit dice, I think, not 3. So 2 hit dice, and all your.
Yeah, that was extreme roller coaster for my hit.
Well, I still had.
If I didn't have those 2 healing potions on me, I would have been out.
Yeah.
You just had to ask. I had 1 second level. Well, I had 2 before I did. No, I had 1 because I healed myself double, second level, and I still had. Actually, no, I used both my second level. I still had 2 first level. You just
So
have to ask. He's not very observant sometimes.
he was in the moment.
Yeah. No, that worked out well. Like, you guys took those fireballs like G.
It was
Oh, unless that lock, unless I choose to dispel it, it will stay locked unless they, I guess, remove the magic somehow. I think I'm gonna keep it locked.
Okay.
I'm gonna choose not to.
so I'm gonna just wake up, grab some food, eat it, and as I'm eating it, I'm gonna walk down the wall, look over at Skippy, see if he's awake.
He would still be asleep.
Okay, let him sleep and just wander around.
All right.
And I guess eventually make it over to Sapphire.
Mm-hmm. All right. If anyone else is up or wants to come over, whatever, Sapphire will look up as you kind of walk over. You look like you needed that rest.
It hurt a lot.
You
Lots of fire.
guys did well. I've heard tales of the lieutenant of that prison and his skill. I had no idea it would be so formidable, but
He got away too, so he may know what we look like.
yeah, that's unfortunate. But you were able to free your countrymen, and I think I can put them to good use here until we're able to figure out a way to get them out of the country.
Good.
Or hopefully overthrow those bastards in the palace.
Oh yeah, that's right. You are throwing over some kind of thingy.
Yeah. Yes, well, things went wrong. And I don't know how or why exactly, but I aim to see them fixed.
That's good. I'm gonna go get some more food.
All right.
And she wanders off, grabs some more food. And for the first time, she actually goes off into a corner and sits down and opens her own book
Mm-hmm.
and starts doing things in it,
Perfect.
which I will tell you later.
Yeah, it's cool. All right. Yeah, so he's mainly going to be working in his table. He's got like a little plate of food that he's taken a few bites out of, but it looks like it's gotten cold. Maybe a little stale.
What's warm food? I don't think Sal knows what warm food is either.
Yeah, he seems to be more focused on what he's been looking over. It's like he's got a book open. He's got like a map of the city open, and he's kind of like looking at the book and jotting some things down, doing some figures, looking at the map, kind of like taking something in and then going back to work. He also has a large sack on the table, and you can see there's like a case next to him on the floor as well, as he's kind of working furiously away. Eventually, he would get up, perhaps seeing that Sal is up working on his machine again. Kind of walk over. So, what's your plans now? Zero's disappeared, and he hasn't been paying that close attention. Everybody inside the warehouse, they're kind of figuring is safe. Like they got in here, they're okay. So he'll look at Sal and he'll kind of look over at Flit. Wait a minute, weren't there? And he'll see Lucas, who's kind of still passed out in the corner. Like, weren't there 4 of you come through with the group? We kind of like look around, trying to spot Zero.
He's around. He doesn't. The little that I've known him, he's probably around. He just doesn't like to be seen. Sometimes he likes his privacy.
Fair enough. I get that. Either way, I brought some items for you guys. Nothing major, but I figure
Calm down, Fluid. Calm down.
I figure you've earned some sort of compensation for risking yourselves in there, and you're able to get the men out.
Yet I mentioned there was fire.
Fire.
Well, I don't know if I was risking myself. It was pretty easy for me. I can't speak for the rest of them.
It hurt really, really, really bad.
Out of everyone who came in, Sal, he was only down, I think 6. I'm trying to remember his hit point. 6 or 8 hit points. 8 hit points, yeah. So, yeah, he healed himself quite a bit. So, yeah, it was just a scratch.
It was awful. The agony.
Yeah. So, Paul, the question, and I'm not sure I got the exact answer. Do you know when it's dispelled? Is that something you get a signal for?
Oh, do I know if it gets? It doesn't actually say.
Okay. I'd probably assume not, just because it's not like something that's directly affecting you. But
right, I don't think I have my interpretation is I don't have a connection with it. I can suppress the magic, but that's about it. Yeah, it has to be dispelled to be totally removed. All right. So yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
I was expecting it. I'm not expecting it to still be up.
Yeah, no, but it gave you long enough to get away.
It'd be nice. We sneak back in. We can come in through the back. But they'll
Well,
probably
you guys set off the tunnel too, so you
Oh, true.
caved it in behind you. So
No way returning.
yeah, at least until they get a crew out to, resettle everything. All right. So he gestures at the table. He's like, well, if you guys need any help, I know you were going to try to talk to Wellington Blades, over there. If you need help over there, I could show you there. Otherwise, I have something for you, and you guys can go about your way. One of my men can show you out back to the areas that you're more aware of.
Oh, I have something for you.
You do you?
Something for your people.
Okay.
She pulls out the rest of the weaponry.
Huh.
Drops it on the ground.
Oh,
I
excellent.
figured y'all would need it more than I do.
Yes, we are always in need of more arms. Some of us have decent equipment from days before, but many of our recruits do not. And we get more and more of the peasantry swelling our ranks. I appreciate it, little one.
I'm keeping Skippy.
Oh,
Which is the halfling.
sure. I'm not familiar with Skippy, so if he wants to go with you, then my blessings.
Yep, he's coming.
All right.
On a grand adventure.
I bet you are. All right.
So what's his present?
Oh, yes. Well, nothing much. I mean, our resources are decent, but not amazing. I saw that, unfortunately, probably not a lot for you, little one, but there's over here, I've got, let's see, what did we bring? 350 gold pieces here, and I figured it could help you guys in whatever endeavors you have upon here. And then he pulls out the case and pulls it out and lifts it open, and there is a inside is a large. What did I do with them? A fairly long bow in fairly intricate design. It's down here. There we go. Let me see. Yeah, so it is a long bow. Let's see. And it actually, like, it's made out of like a looks like a very light wood, and not super intricate. Like, there's spots where it's like chiseled in, made a little bit nicer in spots, but like you wouldn't necessarily think much of it. It does have like this like golden string that's attached to it, and he will pull it out. It's like, I thought your ranger friend might be of interest of this. I know he uses his sword, maybe the other one too. It's a decent bow. It strikes fairly true, and when you're in most dire need, I've been able to knock 2 arrows and release them in one shot.
I pick it up, I look it over, and I'll put it with Carbone, with like some of my supplies. Yeah, I'll make sure one of them gets it.
Perfect. Yes, it was. It's an item from before the shattering. And as you look closer, you can tell that the wood it was actually made from is made out of like a driftwood. So it would be not very common wood that you'd see now, but it's super light. And it is emblazoned in one spot, this like symbol of a city, which is now long gone. But it's like you can see there's like waves, so it's like a dock with like waves, like a lighthouse on it, sort of a thing.
Would I be able to attempt an identification on that symbol?
Yeah, I mean, you could give me some sort of knowledge history check and see what you know about it.
Oh boy, I got below my modifier. 13.
All right. Yeah. You're not familiar with it. It's, a city that has not seen the light of day in over 300 years. So it's not one that has struck your interest. Apparently not one that was known for the technological advances of its time either. Yeah. So he hands that one over, and he's like, and last, I've got something. It's not something you necessarily want to flash around, but and he will pop open. Of course, I get things on 3 different tabs in my thing. He'll pop open like a little box, and in there's like feathers, like down feathers, and then in the middle is a little like pod in there. It's a swift thistle. I only had one, but it comes in handy when you need a burst of energy, a little bit of extra time to deal some damage when you're in the thick of things. But it can be dangerous as well.
I've used the stuff before.
Not surprising, I guess.
Well, I'm guessing he would have in the past. It makes sense.
Yeah. So it's a small like brown pill, like probably a little bit bigger than like an Advil or whatever.
What was the name again?
Swift thistle. If you use it too much, there can be some adverse effects, but sometimes it's worth the risk. And for the hardy, they might be able to hold it off.
Yeah. I know. I know how it works. I'll make sure Flit doesn't get it.
What?
Nothing will.
Her constitution's not very good.
All right.
Her fortitude. Oh, so instead of
All right.
Fine.
So, what is it?
Gold?
350. Yeah. Anything you guys need from me at the moment, or
Airship.
I'm sure if I could. He just keeps going. I'm sure if I need to find you, I could probably contact you through that Sud, the
Yes.
herbalist.
That's where we'll be
Perfect.
at. Well, not always.
I assume he'd be able to get messages to you at times if we need to. Well, in which case, make yourselves at home as long as you need, and I have some things I'll need to be working on.
Do you have passages to get us back to Masood's place?
Yes, one of my men can show you the way when you're ready to go. Yeah, if you'd prefer to take the under streets, then yes, he can get you close and lead you there.
Okay. Are we going? Looks at.
yeah, go round everybody up or did Lucas already leave? I think he might have already.
Yeah,
Where did he
Lucas
go?
was kind of passed out, pretty tired. His spell casting seems to have drained him, but you're able to rouse him.
Say amateurs.
Tap, 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 tap. Wake up, Lucas. Tap, 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 tap.
All right. I'll get up and gather his things, straighten out his coat a little bit, brush some of the dust off.
I actually pick up the book. I'm a little. You can see there's a little bit of an annoyance with Sal towards Lucas, so he can't. He gets tired easily with these casting spells and stuff. So so he takes the book and he'll start writing some notes, and whoever's on the other end can tell that they're not from Lucas. Probably know what's from me. They're like just short, simple, to the point. Updating what we did, and then saying we're headed. We're on to the next task.
All right.
Because I believe there was another one or two tasks.
Yeah, so you guys had two things. There's the possible Hosud heist that he had set up. And there's also the information gathering, at least at this point, for the Wellington blades, or from that sword that they found early on. There was a group of goblins that had infiltrated, so they were trying to find more info about this, which just kind of like led them to spots along the path. And so far, that is the last thing that they've tracked down, is that it comes from someone upon, here on this island, a master sword company.
Sapphire said he could help with that, right?
Yeah, he said he could lead you guys there if you wanted to, or at some other point if you guys wanted to. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad we got through a little bit. I knew it wasn't going to be too far. And you got some goods out of it without dying, so that's good. Got a little worried on those first couple, like that first fireball roll. I was like, ooh, and